From a streamer manipulating a mentally ill woman into jumping into a lake.
My feet were getting
You should
hot.
just jump in right now.
I'm gonna jump in with my shoes on.
Okay.
Ready?
Yeah, ready? Oh!
To another streamer losing a $100 million deal after clashing with his manager. Here are 15-time streamers completely ruined their lives in seconds. Starting with the time, Vitali got instant karma after constantly harassing and assaulting random people during his disgusting streams in the Philippines.
I have a very important question for you. Can I shove this up your...
What?
Can I put this in your... It's a called a new video game, Mario Kart Infinity 360. Security, come here. I have a question for you. Can I give you a kiss? No, I have a question for you.
But as if assaulting cops in another country wasn't wild enough, things escalated to a whole new level after he was seen threatening a random old woman who was just walking down the street.
Chat, excuse me, madam, I'm gonna rob you if you keep walking away. I want to give you money. No, okay. No. Okay, because you got a COVID mask, you liberal Go get your vaccine. I was trying to give you money, but all right.
After live streaming a series of crazy pranks, things hit a boiling point when he was seen running through a Filipino kitchen and harassing the workers inside. That's when the cops were finally called, and this time they weren't letting it slide.
Secretary John Remulla will now make a statement.
While Vitali is currently awaiting trial and could potentially spend the next 24 years in a Filipino jail, EDP 445 would end up on the sex offenders registry after getting exposed as a PDF file. Back in April 2021, EDP was on his way to meet up with a 13-year-old girl when he was approached by a group of men who immediately confronted him on the spot.
So what brings you out here today?
Well, I was coming out here to...
Glasses off.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Well, I was actually coming out here to pick up a cupcake and then go back home.
As he kept trying to justify himself, it wasn't long before he was confronted with evidence of the explicit messages he had allegedly sent to the fake minor.
Have you talking to Sophie, correct, yes or no?
Right.
Okay, Sophie is how old? Before, and again, I have it right here. I know the answer, but I just need you to tell me the answer. How old is she?
13.
13, okay. Right. And before we get into the messages, there was sexual content involved, yes or no?
Right.
And you sent...
Correct.
After the footage went viral, EDP was banned from pretty much every major platform, and despite making several attempts to rebrand and sneak back onto the internet, none of it have been successful so far. But let's move on to Fuzie, who ruined his life after becoming corrupted by clout. It all began when Fuzie revealed that he'd been offered a 100 million kick deal. But as it turned out, this deal came with a catch.
So Nick knows about the phone call I had, the one that I said is the biggest phone call I had. The reason I'm so calm right now, because my life has changed forever, alhamdulillah. But there's one stipulation. I have to go 1 week not making any negative headlines, not getting in trouble, not f***ing up, not getting canceled.
But while things seemed to be looking up, things quickly went left when, just a few days later, he got into a heated confrontation with his manager and called him homophobic slurs after he had the audacity to complain about not being paid.
Hey, I blamed you for everything. 147 up. What did you do? Hey, what are you doing? You're going to the mall to shop and going to the studio. You told me the dean sucks and you got mad when I called you the dean. You said don't ever call me the dean in your life. I'm not him. You're worse than the dean.
But things got worse when Fuzie actually hit him.
Try to come in my face and I paid for with a job that was going to change your life. Yeah, because you ain't worth Go work at Chuck E. Cheese, faggot. Suck my Let me come here. Make me something. Really? Something.
Since this was all caught on stream, it immediately caught Twitch's attention, leading to a withdrawal of the $100 million and a permanent ban of his account, which remains in effect to this day. Up next is McCullagh, who found his pregnant girlfriend, Natalie McNally's lifeless body on the floor of her parents' home on the night she was murdered. But while Stephen was initially arrested as the prime suspect, since he'd been the one who reported her death, the cops would let him go after he provided evidence showing that he'd been streaming from his home at the exact time Natalie was killed. But as the investigation progressed, detectives uncovered something chilling. On the night of her murder, a man matching Stephen's description was seen on CCTV walking toward Natalie's home and leaving just 40 minutes later. To make matters worse, investigators discovered that Steven had faked the entire live stream after they found the original recording on his computer, which was filmed just 4 days before the crime. Steven was then arrested, and after internet investigators went through his streams, what they found was truly shocking. Firstly, he started his stream with some pretty lame excuses on why he wouldn't be engaging with his chat or responding to donations.
This streaming software is kind of up the left. It means I can't check the live chat, which is a real shame. So by all means, talk amongst yourselves. I could use my phone to dip in every now and again and check it, but I've decided that I kind of hate live streams where people just sit and read comments and go, oh my god, yes, ask me questions, better. And also, if I go on my phone for too long, I'll end up just scrolling through TikTok.
But as the stream went on, things started to get suspicious when he kept making repeated attempts to prove to his viewers that he was still live.
I'm still live. Good. The worst part is I can't even use my phone to check the fucking live stream comments either, because I'm pretty sure that will fuck with my internet and fuck with this stream. So that's good, isn't it?
And also went through great lengths to convince his followers that he wouldn't be leaving his house that day.
I just realized I'm literally going to be drinking and driving. In the game, by the way, I'm not leaving the house tonight.
But what's even crazier was when he kept taking multiple breaks during the fake live stream, all while pretending to be live.
Anyway, back in 5-10 minutes or so, go get yourself something to eat. Back in a mo. Yes, so anyway, I'm going to take another little break again just because I can feel my eyes starting to crust over. And I'd be a massive hypocrite if I took breaks from work after every hour and I didn't take breaks while doing a live stream after every hour. Talk amongst yourselves. It'd be great.
But despite all his attempts to fool everyone, his plan got exposed. Now he's awaiting his sentencing and could potentially spend the rest of his life behind bars. Moving on to Sneo, who ruined his career over something completely stupid. This all happened when Penguin Zero made a video roasting the Fresh and Fit podcast for their obsession with the red pill movement. While it was meant to be a joke, one person who didn't find it funny was Sneo, who immediately went on a full-blown rant and took a personal shot at Charlie's innocent girlfriend.
This is his girl.
Penguin Zero immediately clapped back, calling him out for being okay with seeing other men get down with his girl.
What does bringing up a picture of me and my girlfriend have anything to do with anything that has happened? And where is monogamy even coming from? You have watched your girl get in front of you on at least 2 occasions that he talks about here. And you were right next to her, watching her get and one time you were so upset about it you had to leave the room after the 3rd pump, you said. You're clearly not really alright with this situation.
But instead of knowing when to back down, Sneo would escalate the situation by threatening Penguin Zero with a gun.
You wanna watch my clips? Watch my clips. Watch my clips. You want me to watch your clips? Watch my clips.
But while Sneo thought he ate, it wasn't long before Charlie dropped a response, completely destroying him.
You absolute buffoon. What you have there is not clips. These are mags. They're mags, not clips, you absolute dummy. The same way that this is also a mag. They're all mags. Stop saying clips, you look stupid here.
Next up is Bad Bunny, who ruined her career with nothing but pure entitlement. Back in 2020, Bad Bunny sparked major backlash when she started yelling at her followers for refusing to donate to her streams.
$5 a month! How do you have hours of time to watch me and not $5?
But things didn't end there, because at another time she was heard calling her viewers leeches for refusing to donate.
Like, how are you consuming this free entertainment? Like, how do you think free entertainment is available to you? It's because other people actually provide money so you can be a cheap ass. That's it. Other people provide money because they're generous and they see like a thing that they want to support, a form of entertainment they want to support, and then you leech. But that's the reality of it, period.
But it appears her viewers didn't seem to care, because during a stream with other creators, she actually had the audacity to question how they could spend hours watching her content without contributing financially.
I haven't got a donation or a sub for an hour. What the f? For an hour?
Moving on to Natalie Reynolds, who wrecked her career by putting a mentally unstable woman's life in danger. In May 2024, Reynolds would spark massive outrage after manipulating a mentally ill woman into jumping into a lake for $20 during a live stream.
You should jump in the water to find it for me.
Well, why don't you jump in with me?
I'll give you $20.
20 bucks?
Yeah, that's a W.
No,
that's a good deal.
Come with me.
20 bucks.
Hot.
Yeah, so you go in.
No, you gotta go in.
You
with
go
me.
in. You try to find the scanner.
You said you're gonna jump in with me.
I'll jump in after you.
We're jumping together.
But even though the woman agreed to it, things quickly went south when it turned out she couldn't swim.
You should just jump in right now.
I'm gonna jump in with my shoes on.
Okay.
Ready?
Yeah. Ready? Oh! Wait. Did you see her? What?
I can't swim. I can only float.
Oh, she might literally die.
But instead of jumping in to help when she saw the woman fighting for her life, Natalie tried to change her tune.
Oh,
You said it was okay.
You said you wanted to swim.
You told me to jump in.
I didn't tell you to jump in.
Yes,
Yeah, you did.
yes. You said you were gonna
Thank you guys. We're gonna have you guys get out.
Safe to say that she didn't care for the woman and only did it all for the views. Next up is Only Use Me Blade, who was once a well-respected figure in the gaming community. Blade's reputation would take a hit after accusations of sexual misconduct, alcoholism, controversial behavior during his live streams.
Oh my god. Oh my god, what the f? You're joking!
However, one moment that stood out was when he was caught taking advantage of a heavily intoxicated and unconscious woman on live stream.
Yes, baby. No, bring him on back. Bring him on back.
And to further accelerate his downfall, a few days later, clips surfaced that showing him publicly groping women on his stream. And after she called him out for it, he had this to say.
I just have a lot of love to give. So if some random ugly gets groped, she gets groped. Accept it. You should be welcome. You should be welcome. Seriously, you should be honored that I would ever grope you, you stupid.
While the downfall of this streamer was entirely deserved, Zillian OP would ruin his career after faking a disability to get more donations. In April 2013, fans were left in utter disbelief when Zillian OP forgetfully stood up and walked away from his wheelchair during a live stream.
Hey, Angel.
Hi. Did everybody already leave?
Yeah, Mungo had to go.
Easily out geared.
Our dog. Oh my god.
He then quickly adjusted his camera after he realized what he'd just done.
And he got scared and like came and sat on my lap, and I was like, oh, this is so cute. Like he's cuddling with me because he's scared.
After this live stream went viral, Zillian OP was accused of fraud as he had received donations under the pretense of his disability. Following this, Twitch banned his account for violating its terms of services and refunded all the subscribers who'd supported him. Another streamer who messed up their career in the worst way possible is the Island Boys. Known for beefing with literally anyone for views, going live while high out of their minds, and saying wild stuff just to stay relevant, they decided to take things a step further and launched an OF account. But if you thought things couldn't get any worse, in a desperate attempt to promote their OF account, they decided to make a video of them kissing each other. But this attempt at cheap clout only backfired, and instead of boosting their relevance, they became a laughingstock in the online community. But let's move on to Johnny Somali, a younger partner in crime to Vitali, known for traveling to different countries and provoking people with outrageous behavior.
Nothing to say.
Clearly, the Japanese weren't tolerating the disrespect, and soon enough, he began to get jumped on the streets.
What do you got? Oh! Yo!
But the street justice wasn't the end of it, because the authorities were also watching, and it didn't take long before Johnny found himself in serious trouble.
Oh, police? Oh, what the f are you? Relax. No touch. Why are you touching me? Why are you touching me? I'm dragging. Why are you touching? Oh my god, what the f are you doing? Yo, oh my god, the police got me. It's great.
That's crazy. What are you doing? Relax. Jogging. I'm Beagle. Oh my God, look, you did this, it's your fault.
In the end, Johnny Somali was arrested and is currently facing multiple charges of public indecency, disturbing the peace, and causing damage to Korean property. So far, he's pleaded guilty to several of them, and if convicted, could face up to 10 years behind bars.